And good afternoon, everybody. I'm Brett Taylor. Alongside me, Brant Daughtry. I'd like to welcome everybody into this broadcast as we'll have a huge matchup here today between the Mount DeSale Lady Cavaliers and the Westfield School Lady Hornets. Westfield comes into this contest 19-0. Huge victory last night, Brant. Just a great job all the way around. 21-0 the score as they won that region contest last night. We're in the ABE group pregame show. And Brant, this should be an outstanding matchup. Two state champions from last year clashing here in Perry, and this should be a dandy.
Yeah, like you said, a very intriguing matchup here today. Mount DeSales is really, really good. We were watching them in warm-ups. They've got some really good athletes on their team, and should be, honestly, just a much more interesting matchup than yesterday's was.
Absolutely. So this should get started very quickly. We've got probably about 5 minutes till first pitch. We'll go quickly into our Synovus Security starting lineups for Westfield, and giving you that will be myself. And leading off, the lineup looks very similar, Brant. We'll have number 3, Sydney Langdon, in the circle today, but leading off will be number 1, Sadie Hayes, playing first base. Playing catcher and batting second will be number 22, Ellie Williams. Playing center field and batting third, number 21, Marina Knowles. Playing second base and batting in the cleanup spot will be number 31, Emma Williams. Pitching, as I said, will be number 3, Sydney Langdon. Batting sixth, playing left field, will be number 14, Carly Knowles. Batting seventh, the designated player will be number 18, Emmy Diem. Batting eighth, number 8, playing right field, Brooke Corley. Playing shortstop and batting ninth will be number 17, Lindsay Easom. And the flex player today will be number 27, Avery Adams. She'll be playing at third base. So those are the starters for Westfield. And I will run down the starters quickly for Mount DeSales. Got them from Coach Camp. So leading things off will be number 5, Henderson Hurdle. She'll be playing shortstop. Playing third base will be number 3, Sawyer Stewart. She'll be batting second. Batting third will be number 13, Sarah Hatcher. She'll be playing second base. Batting fourth, so if I'm messing that up, I apologize, but Nepview. And then number 20 will be batting sixth, and she will be playing center field. That's Hartley Nepview. Batting seventh will be number 10, McKenna Smith, and she'll be playing second base. And batting eighth will be number 15, Emma Carter. She'll be the designated player. Batting ninth will be number 55, Isabel Blackwell, and she'll be playing left field today. And your flex player will be number 4, Peyton Barfield. So those are the starters for Westfield and for Mount DeSales. And Brant, I'll give you final word here in this ABE group pregame show as we're getting set for prayer national anthem. What are your expectations for today?
Well, like you said, getting a start in the circle today from a different pitcher. You don't have Emma Williams out there in the circle, so hopefully Sydney Langdon can have a strong showing today. And I want to see how their bats do. You know, they had a pretty easy matchup yesterday, but today's going to be a little bit harder, so you want to see how the girls show up today.
Absolutely. Should have a little bit more velocity there from the circle from Mount DeSales. I saw some of them warming up during the pregame festivities. Right now, getting instructions at home plate and just going through some rules and local, confinements, if you will, as far as the gates and all that stuff. So what we'll do is we'll take a quick break. We'll come back after the prayer and national anthem and have first pitch right here from the nest. You're watching Westfield Lady Hornets softball right here on the Middle Georgia Sports Network.
Due to concerns of COVID-19, we encourage everyone.
The Middle Georgia Sports Network is excited to bring to you another year of live prep sports action. Whether it's on the gridiron, the diamond, or the hardwood, MGSN has you covered. For the past 7 years, we have been there for region championships, state championships, and everything in between. We look forward to another 7 years of coverage, as you can always count on the Middle Georgia Sports Network. The Middle Georgia Sports Network is excited to bring to you another year of live prep sports action. Whether it's on the gridiron, the diamond, or the hardwood, MGSN has you covered. For the past 7 years, we have been there for region championships, state championships, and everything in between. We look forward to another 7 years of coverage, as you can always count on the Middle Georgia Sports Network.
On the field, a successful outcome is the ultimate goal for every team. At Houston Healthcare, our team of healthcare professionals is also dedicated to providing successful outcomes to the patients we serve each and every day. From Houston Medical Center, Perry Hospital, or one of our 3 med stops to the sidelines and locker rooms of our high school athletes, our team is focused on providing quality healthcare that leads to successful outcomes for the patients we serve. Houston Healthcare, advanced medical care closer to home.
Westfield is a challenging environment.
It's a Christian school, it's a Christian environment.
And it provides students with great opportunities.
Definitely all the teachers, they prepare you for college, they help you with some problems that they'll give you some real life experiences that will help you with college.
Every teacher that I have in any of my classes is always telling us that they're here after school. They're always willing to answer any questions we might have.
Westfield is a harder school, but it challenges you and it gets you ready for college.
And I think Westfield gave me such a great Christian environment that I can actually have the freedom to express my faith.
Westfield provides a lot of great opportunities for students to learn and for students to grow and for students to learn more about themselves.
I'm involved in a lot of extracurricular activities. I play football, baseball, basketball, and I run track.
I love the contact sport. I love the ability to get my feelings and aggression out throughout the hard day or hard week out at practice. I was a part of the Westfield wrestling team when I was a freshman, and that's also the year when I played soccer. So it was been fun, and I'm going to play soccer again in my senior year, and hopefully I will probably be the captain of the soccer team.
I enjoy just spending time with my teammates and getting to just rep the green and gold like everyone else has in the past.
On Thursdays, we get to go out and with the football team, and we get our chaplain out there, and he does a great job. And I think on a Thursday that's great to do because it's a day before the game, and you get to think about God and just choices in life, and that's kind of what the game of football is like.
I use ice cream as kind of for medicinal purposes, you know. It just puts me in a good mood.
This would be so good for dinner.
Very crispy.
Spicy.
A little tang.
El crunch.
El crunch.
There's a lot of bacon on this thing. It's just oozing.
Delicious.
I just want dessert.
Give me some.
Very indulgent.
Now, this is delicious.
Shaky goodness.
And the nice crunch.
Oh, that's dangerous.
What about the tots? Tots are everything.
I'm involved in a lot of extracurricular activities. I play football, baseball, basketball, and I run track.
I love the contact sport. I love the ability to get my feelings and aggression out throughout the hard day or hard week out at practice. I was a part of the Westfield wrestling team when I was a freshman, and that's also the year when I played soccer. So it was been fun, and I'm going to play soccer again in my senior year, and hopefully I will probably be the captain of the soccer team.
I enjoy just spending time with my teammates and getting to just rep the green and gold like everyone else has in the past.
On Thursdays, we get to go out and with the football team, and we get our chaplain out there, and he does a great job. And I think on a Thursday that's great to do because it's a day before the game, and you get to think about God and just choices in life, and that's kind of what the game of football is like.
And welcome back inside the Hornet's Nest. Westfield taking on the Lady Cavaliers of Mount DeSales here today. Sydney Langdon, number 3 in the circle for the Lady Hornets. And this should be a great matchup, Brant. You've got number 5, Henderson Hurdle, leading off for the Lady Cavaliers. Number 3, Sawyer Stewart, batting second. And batting third, number 13, Sarah Hatcher. So those are your top 3 in the lineup for the Lady Cavaliers. We'll see what Sydney Langdon can do against these Lady Cavaliers of Mount DeSales, who, Brant, they won the state championship last year in the the private side of GHSA. So, this is a good squad coming in here to Perry to the Hornets' Nest to take on the Hornets.
Yeah, absolutely. Both of these squads state champions last year, and like you said, we've been promised a pretty good game here. These girls are good. Westfield moved to 19-0, trying to move to 20-0, and 22-0 by the end of this week.
Right. A big week for Westfield. They've had this will be their third game of the week. They play again tomorrow night against Brentwood, and then they're back here at home on Saturday to take on John Millage. So pitch number 1, a little low, ball 1.
Yeah, Sydney fired that in there. Just didn't quite get to the strike zone, but she's got good velocity, at least on her first pitch, and hopefully she can keep that up.
Yeah, we'll see what Hurdle can do against Langdon. Leadoff batter here, swing and a miss.
Yeah, went outside with that one.
Yeah, 1-1 the count. Good location from Langdon. Sun popping out a little bit. It's been mostly cloudy since I've gotten here on campus today, and all of a sudden the sun decides it wants to pop out. Great pitch right there. 1-2 the count. Quickly, Langdon ahead.
Right on the corner. Got the call.
So quickly ahead in the count and an opportunity to set down the leadoff batter here for Langdon. Here's the 1-2 pitch, and it's high, 2-2.
Yeah, high and away. Tried to get her to chase there, but couldn't quite get it close enough.
So 2-2 the count. Sydney Langdon working quickly here. And that one's fouled off out of play over the Mount DeSales dugout. And again, due to the COVID-19 restrictions and guidelines, I don't want anybody chasing down those foul balls. Players and coaches will grab those.
Yeah, so that takes a little bit of the fun out of it for the fans. But
Joe's going to come out here, make sure that we don't have any cuts or bruises or sprains.
Yeah, no injuries underneath these trees.
And that fouled off the back fence post back there. So still 2-2 the count. Hurdle fighting hard in this at bat. She got ahead early and then fell behind quickly. And now she's fought off a couple of foul balls. And that pitch is high and away. 3-2. She forces the count to go full.
For anybody watching this later on YouTube, I just hit the record button a few pitches ago, Brett. So
great job. No, it'll be fine.
You only missed about 2 pitches.
Hopefully we won't have any interruption. That pitch must be high.
Wow.
And that'll be a leadoff walk for Hurdle.
Yes, it will. I thought that dotted the corner, but didn't quite get the call. So runner on first.
So Sawyer Stewart will be batting in the 2-hole here against facing Langdon, who's given up a walk to start the game. So runner on first base, nobody out. And the number 2 hitter up for Mount DeSales.
Oh, bless you. That one high and away. Brett's having a conniption over there.
Coughing attack. 1-0 the count.
Sydney's got good velocity, but she's missing her spots just a little bit.
It's the first time we've seen her inconsistent this year. And that one's right down Broadway. 1-1 the count.
Yep, good pitch that time.
So we'll see if she can back that up. Langdon's got some serious velocity. 1-1 the count here. And that's a strike. 1-2.
Right there in the outside corner. She's starting to hit that spot.
Back in the same spot she was with the leadoff batter. She ended up walking her. We'll see if she can finish off Stewart here. Got Sarah Hatcher on deck. She is the catcher, and that one's fouled off. 1-2, still the count. Runner on first base. Stewart trying to stay alive in the count, and Westfield trying to get their first out of the inning. Top 1, no score. Big matchup between two teams that are used to success.
Yeah, like I said, we don't have Mount DeSales record this year, but I imagine it's pretty good. And as we said earlier, Westfield's still yet to lose a game on the year.
So that one's fouled off, and still the count stays 1-2. Mount DeSales hitter is doing a good job of just fighting in the count. This would be a great big league at bat for both of these two batters for Mountain Sales. That one's fouled off yet again. Force that pitch count up, but that doesn't really have the same effect on softball pitchers as it does baseball.
No, softball you can go all day long and then pitch again the next day just because that motion's so different.
So 1-2 the count. Stewart fighting strong in the count, staying alive. That one's grounded by the third baseman. Avery Adams dives and was not able to come up with it. That's a base hit. So runners will be on first and second with the 3-hole hitter Sarah Hatcher on her way to the plate.
Yeah, like you said, just a great job of getting it down the line. Adams made a diving attempt at it, just couldn't quite get to it.
It wasn't hardly hit, but placed perfectly. So runners on first and second. Not what you want if you're Westfield, and there's a ball to start this count. And that one's fouled off, 1-1 the count. Runners on first and second, nobody out. Westfield trying to get an out in the inning.
And that one.
So it looks like Mountain Sales' record is 8-5 on the season.
Really? Must have played some pretty intense competition.
So I think they've lost some of the Macon schools, and I can't remember what the other two were.
The Macon schools, you know the ones.
And that one's grounded and will be a base hit. They're going to round third. Play at the plate is not in time, and that'll be a run score for Mountain Sales. A good piece of hitting right there. 2 back-to-back hits. Not very sharply hit, but placed perfectly. And just like that, Mountain Sales on top, nobody out, and runners on first and third. So great piece of hitting.
Just got right past the first baseman.
Yeah, not a whole lot you can do with that right there. That one's just placed right between first and second baseman. So coming up to bat will be the cleanup hitter, number 99, Jordan Partain. She's the first baseman.
And we have a courtesy runner now at first base. That is number 11 if you want to check your roster, Brett.
I don't know if I have it. Let's see. Ava Deladonna. That's what it looks like.
I think that's number 11.
And there's a strike.
It's number 44, not even close.
Okay, that is Evie Taylor.
Big cut, but got it right by her.
And there's a swing and miss. 0-2 the count, and Langdon has been ahead in all of the at-bats so far. But unfortunately, she's not been able to record an out. Runners on first and third. Your score 1-0, Mount DeSales, and that pitch is high.
Thought it caught the top of the zone personally, but, tried to get her to chase. Great bat discipline there, not chasing after that. That was in the middle.
Great pitch right there by Langdon. She just kind of locked her up on the inside there, and that'll be the first out of the inning. Westfield finally gets that first strikeout after being ahead in every count. And now the 5th-hole hitter coming up here for Mount DeSales. That will be number 91, Chloe Nepview. That pitch is low.
Yeah, Lee thought about a throwback to first, but no play there.
So 1-0 the count here. And that pitch is a strike.
And there's your throwback, and they got her.
And an out at first. Great snap throw by Ellie Williams to get the runner at first base. I looked down for a second, and just like that, Westfield gets the out. Runner on third, the count 1-1 to Nepview, and a big second out in the inning.
Coach Camp just yelled it out. I don't know if you could hear it in our mics, but just yelled, great job, Sadie. Sadie got back to the bag in time and kind of blocked the runner from getting back once she had the ball. So that's 2 down, and what was a mess looks like Westfield could get out of.
2-1 the count with a runner on third base, 2 outs. And a swing and a miss. trying to get on top of that pitch, and that pitch just kind of dropped down beneath the bat. The Lady Hornets trying to get in the dugout and try to get some runs of their own. Forces the count to full, 3-2. Very disciplined hitters from Mount DeSales.
Yeah, they're not really chasing anything out of the zone.
That one's grounded back up the middle, and that will be a base hit off of Langdon's ankle and score a run.
Yeah, just right up the middle back of the pitcher, and it just kind of ate her up. Couldn't quite get a glove on it, and it bounced off of her, and by that point it had slowed down too much, and infield single.
Yeah, she did a good job of getting anything on it at all, but as you mentioned, not a whole lot you could do with it. She basically kick-saved it to the shortstop, but Lindsey Easton had already tried to run to cut it off up the middle. So net view, the second net view will be up now. That's Hartley net view, and that pitch is a ball to start things off to her. Runner on first, 2 outs, but 2 runs already across on 3 hits. And that pitch right across the inside part of the plate, 1-1 the count. On deck will be number 10, McKenna Smith, the second baseman, and in the hole, number 15, Emma Carter, the designated player. And there's a strike. So 1-2 the count.
Again, she's getting ahead, just can't get anybody out, or they've gotten people out, but they've had a tough time doing it.
And that pitch high, trying to get her to chase. No go on that one. So 2-2 the count. The 2-2 pitch. That's high. And a full count yet again.
You know, with a lot of hitters, you throw that high fastball and they see it coming right at their eyes.
And finally retires that third out, but not before Mount DeSales is able to put 2 runs on the board on 3 hits. They strand 1. We'll go to the bottom of the first inning. Westfield coming to bat right here on the Middle Georgia Sports Network.
The Middle Georgia Sports Network is excited to bring to you another year of live prep sports action. Whether it's on the gridiron, the diamond, or the hardwood, MGSN has you covered. For the past 7 years, we have been there for region championships, state championships, and everything in between. We look forward to another 7 years of coverage, as you can always count on the Middle Georgia Sports Network.
On the field, a successful outcome is the ultimate goal for every team. At Houston Healthcare, our team of healthcare professionals is also dedicated to providing successful outcomes to the patients we serve each and every day. From Houston Medical Center, Perry Hospital, or one of our 3 med stops to the sidelines and locker rooms of our high school athletes, our team is focused on providing quality healthcare that leads to successful outcomes for the patients we serve. Houston Healthcare, advanced medical care closer to home.
And welcome back inside the Hornets' Nest. Westfield trailing here in the bottom of the first inning to the Lady Cavaliers of Mount DeSales. They did a great job of hitting and forcing the counts to go deep into the count. And Sydney Langdon pitched very well, but just unfortunately got a few very well-placed ground balls that got past the infield, and then one ball right back up the middle that hit off her leg, and that's the 2-0 score you've got right now. Coming to the plate we'll go through Westfield's lineup, Brent, and you've got the normal suspects. Number 1, Sadie Hayes leading things off. Number 22, Ellie Williams batting second. Number 21 batting third, Marina Knowles. And in the cleanup spot will be number 31, Emma Williams, the second baseman. So we'll see what Westfield can do here in the bottom half of the first.
Yeah, going to try to scratch a couple across and get it back to even, or maybe take the lead here. They've got the bats to do it. We've seen them have big innings. But, you know, like we've said before, this is a very, very good Mount DeSales team, and we're not going to see 21-0 today.
Nope. That's definitely a true statement.
Number 1, Sadie Hayes.
So pitching for the Lady Cavs will be number 91, Chloe Nepview. And that pitch is a strike to start things off. 0-1 the count.
You know, if you're Sadie right here, you just want to get on base. You just want to get to first and get the inning started well.
And that pitch outside, catcher tried to frame it.
Yeah, did a good job. I thought might have fooled the umpire there for just a second, but she did bring it back in, and umpire not fooled.
And that ball grounded to shortstop, thrown over to first, and Sadie first out of the inning for the Lady Hornets. And just like that, great defense by Mount DeSales. Number 5, the shortstop, that is Henderson Hurdle. Good job of snapping the ball over to first base and gets the quick out on Sadie. Up will be number 22, Ellie Williams, the catcher.
Now hitting for Westfield, number 22, Ellie Williams.
Ooh, that's a beneficial call right there.
That he didn't do it for Sadie, but that was the same pitch, just to the opposite side.
Yeah, that's a beneficial
call that time.
And we'll see how that strike zone changes, or if it does. And
yeah, that one was in there. That one was a strike.
That looked high to me. High and inside. You can't give a foot off the plate outside and then 6 inches inside. That's a really wide zone. Especially when you had a couple of pitches in that earlier inning that didn't get that call. That ball fouled off. 0-1 the count. So 0-2 the count. Westfield already with an out. Ellie Williams at the plate. And that pitch high and away. 1-2 the count.
Yeah, tried to go outside, get that outside corner, but just a little too far outside.
And 2-2 the count. That one was inside and low, as you said, Brent. And Ellie fighting in the count. Got down 0-2. Now it's evened up to 2-2. A good eye. Came across a little high as well, I thought.
Mm-hmm.
So 3-2 full count. Westfield not offering either at any pitches outside the zone, even when they have 2 strikes.
Two very good hitting teams so far.
And that ball turned on and ripped down foul out of play off the batting cages for Westfield. But she was on top of that one. Ellie with the moonshot last night.
Yeah, she did, didn't she? Had a home run. She pulled it.
Back-to-back home runs in that span between her and Marina Knowles. That pitch high and away. Westfield will have a runner on after the walk. So 1 out, 1 on, and Marina Knowles striding to the plate. The big lefty center fielder batting third in the lineup. And then you've got Emma Williams on deck, the second baseman. So right now, Westfield, an opportunity to try to cut into this lead or tie it up.
You know, I don't think I've ever really watched Marina. I don't think I've ever watched Marina warm up before. She's a lot taller than I thought she was.
Absolutely. That's a good pitch right there.
Yeah, right down the middle.
0-1 the count. Marina, I was telling Joe during warm-ups, everything she does just looks like it comes completely natural to her.
Oh, yeah.
She's got a sweet swing. She kind of glides the ball in the outfield. Ball grounded to first base, gets past the first baseman, but the second baseman able to collect it and beat Marina to the bag. And that was not one of her better efforts.
No, but you know what? You did move the runner over. You got Ellie at second base now, and hopefully you can do something with it.
So Ellie Williams at the plate, the catcher. The second baseman. And then you've got Sydney Langdon, the pitcher, on deck. So we'll see what Ellie can do. Excuse me. Emma, why do I always do that with him? I don't know. That pitch inside, but gets the call. So
Ellie's getting pretty far off second. That secondary lead is no joke, and Mount DeSales taking notice.
Well, if you get that far off and they snap throw down to second, you just keep running, go to third. And that ball lined out to the fence. That'll drop, and that'll go for a double for Emma, and Ellie will score. So good piece of hitting right there, the 0-1 count, and just like that, Westfield has a run on the board themselves and a runner on second with Sydney Langdon coming up. So a good piece of hitting right there by Williams.
Yeah, Emma just really took that thing for a ride and almost got a 2-run shot out of it, but let her sister got an RBI in the form of her sister, and Emma was running the whole way just about, especially when she saw that pitch.
Well, goodness
get
gracious,
past the catcher.
That thing careened off the cinder block back there because it didn't even come anywhere close to the catcher. Goodness gracious, she threw that ball Wild Thing style behind Sydney Langdon. Little Ricky Vaughn action right there. How can they lay off pitches this close? And Sydney skies that to third base, popped out, and she will be put out. But Westfield strands one but picks up a run, and they cut the Mount DeSales lead to 1. 2-1 your score now. We'll take a break, come back with the top of the second inning. You're watching Lady Hornet softball right here on the Middle Georgia Sports Network.
Westfield is a challenging environment.
It's a Christian school, it's a Christian environment.
And it provides students with great opportunities.
Definitely all the teachers, they prepare you for college, they help you with some problems that they'll give you some real life experiences that will help you with college.
Every teacher that I have in any of my classes is always telling us that they're here after school. They're always willing to answer any questions we might have.
Westfield is a harder school, but it challenges you and it gets you ready for college.
And I think Westfield gave me such a great Christian environment that I can actually have the freedom to express my faith.
Westfield provides a lot of great opportunities for students to learn and for students to grow and for students to learn more about themselves.
And welcome back into the Hornets' nest. The Lady Hornets trail 2-1. And Sydney Langdon back in the circle after giving up 2 runs there in the first inning. Coming to the plate will be McKenna Smith, the second baseman, I believe. Either her or Emma Carter. Yep. Number 10, McKenna Smith, the second baseman, will lead off for Mount DeSales here in the top of the second inning. 2-1 your score. Sydney Langdon to Smith. Pitch a little low and inside. 1-0 the count. So Westfield able to scratch across a run there in the bottom of the first inning. Got to think that their top of their lineup are licking their chops because they didn't really hit the ball very well other than Emma Williams in that at bat, and that one's fouled off. 1-1 your count.
And like you said, we've talked about it before. There's no easy out in Westfield's lineup, so you're never out of it once you get past a certain part of a lineup. Any part of this lineup can score a whole bunch of runs in a hurry, but like you said, the top of the lineup didn't really square anything up except for Emma.
And that's a swing and a miss. 1-2 the count. Yeah, I just feel like Westfield always seems against good teams. It takes them maybe an inning or two, and then they kind of get a read on the pitcher. And when that happens, it's dangerous for the opposing team. But we'll see what happens. That one's skied up. Emma Williams going to take control and make the out.
That's a great job of communicating right there. That play is not nearly as easy as they just made it look.
No, just a good job of one player coming in and calling off everybody. Instead of the old I got it, Westfield uses ball, and Emma was the loudest of the 3 there in the middle. That pitch right across the middle, and right now Sydney is cruising. Strike after strike after strike. She's got the bottom of the lineup. This is, Emma Carter, number 15. Woo, good pitch. That thing just kind of sunk down right into the zone.
Yep, that thing was right there. Great pitch.
0-2 the count to Emma Carter, the designated player. You've got Isabel Blackwell on deck, who is the right fielder, I believe. 1-2 the count here as that's a ball to Carter. Brant Daughtry, myself, Brett Taylor. No Peyton Josie today or Kenny Kofer, as that one's fouled off. Still 1-2. Trainer Joe is out here. Not Trader Joe, but Trainer Joe is out here. Joe Allen taking in the views from center field with us.
It's a good place to watch a game if you can get the gig.
He's making sure none of our fingers lock up from carpal tunnel as that pitch is swung through and missed. 0-2 the count, and quickly 2 out. It's 0-2 the count. Quickly 2 outs on the strikeout.
Now batting number 55, Isabel Blackwell.
And number 55, Isabel Blackwell, coming to the plate. Swing and a miss. That pitch a little high, but Blackwell chased.
Yeah, big cut right there from Blackwell, but just couldn't get anything. Much easier second inning than first for Langdon. Hopefully that continues.
Yeah, she's cruising right now. That pitch just a little low, 1-1. Ellie did a good job of framing it, but umpire not to be fooled on that one. Looks like I see the marvelous one out there on the baseball stairwell.
Is that Marvin?
I believe that is. It's a big matchup in the area.
It is. It is. There's a lot riding on today's game.
1-2, the count.
Or well, maybe not region-wise, but just for pride. This
bragging
is
rights. Two good teams.
Two very, very good teams. Might be the best matchup of the day. And Langdon 1-2-3. Great inning there. So we'll take it to the bottom of the second when we come back here on the Middle Georgia Sports Network.
I use ice cream as kind of for medicinal purposes, you know. It just puts me in a good mood.
This would be so good for dinner.
Very crispy. Spicy.
A little tang.
El crunch.
El crunch.
There's a lot of bacon on this thing. It's just oozing.
Delicious.
I just
everything.
Together. Athletic.
Friendships.
Confidence.
Challenging.
Success. Rewarding.
And welcome back inside the Hornets' Nest. Westfield trails 2-1 here to Mount DeSales, but a great inning right there by pitcher Sydney Langdon. 3 up, 3 down, 2 strikeouts, 1 pop-up on the infield, and just an easy inning for the pitcher. We'll see if Westfield can continue to get some runs here. They picked up 1 in the first inning. They stranded a runner on second base, but nonetheless, this is kind of how Westfield attacks teams. Gets a feel first inning or two and then really tries to pour it on late. We'll see if that grind kind of pays off as we move forward. And up to the plate will be, I believe that is number 8, Brooke Corley. Oh, sorry. Carly Knowles, number 14.
It's Westfield now down 2-1. Now they've seen this pitcher for an inning, but
that's a beneficial call right there. Again, a little high. 1-0 the count. Or excuse me, 0-1 the count. Wow.
Yeah, that one was right there.
Coach Camp's wondering where were these calls for Sydney in the first inning?
That one he got. That one he got right.
0-2 the count. I just saw Danny's face. That one flied out to second base. A little bit of trouble there. Kind of a misstep, but still makes the catch.
Yeah, almost stumbled over her feet there, but able to recover and make the catch.
I don't know what it is about NetView, but she forces a lot of pop-ups in the infield. That's like the 4th one for Westfield. I'm trying to think. No, that's the 3rd one. The first out was Sadie grounded out, and then I think 2 pop-ups in the first inning. Emmy Diem now up to the plate for Westfield. That ball is inside and low.
Yeah, had to step out of the way of that one. Almost hit her in the ankle.
So 1-0 the count. And you have, is that Corley on deck or is that Esom? Let me look at the lineup. That ball also high and away. Brooke Corley on deck, number 8. Then you got Lindsey Easom, then back to the top of the lineup with Sadie Hayes. And that's 3-0. I mean, that's at her eyes.
That was not at her eyes.
That was pretty high, Brent. I mean, she's not very tall.
I think you and I just have
maybe we have different
zones.
angles.
We have different strike zones.
And a good job of doing what she needed to do by Diem, getting on base.
And, like you said, Diem, maybe she has a pretty small strike zone too.
Yeah. I think we have different angles too, and you're standing up, so you probably I see the ball higher, you see the ball lower.
Mm-hmm. That could be part of it.
Now hitting for Westfield, number 8, the Ocho, Brooke Corley.
So inside, and Netview starting to lose a little of her control here. 1-0 the count. I believe this is her sister out here near us in center field. Hartley Netview. I hope I'm saying that right, but I don't know any other way to say that. I'm going to get a second opinion from Joe. Good pitch right there. Looks like Netview to me. 1-1 the count. And that's pretty good handwriting. I mean, most of the time you get a guy coach, but I think Mount DeSales coach is a lady, and she has very good handwriting. So, oh my!
Ooh, I thought that one was a little inside.
Well, I don't know about that one. 1-2 the count.
All I can say is good job of framing by the catcher.
Yeah,
she
the catcher
did pull
did
it
a real
inside.
good job, but I thought that was pretty inside. But gets the beneficial call, and Westfield doesn't argue it. So Corley, and a great play by the shortstop, trying to throw back. And the ball gets by, but I think Diem's going to stay at first.
Yeah, good job of covering, and not a whole lot of room there in foul territory.
I thought that was just going to die. It was just a bloop hit. Looked like it was going to get past the shortstop, but
yeah, she made a great job of going back and grabbing that thing.
Hurdle did a great job. I believe that's Henderson Hurdle. Did a great job of just sticking that glove out. It got past her, but long arms was able to bring the catch in. And now at the plate, number 17, the shortstop, Lindsey Easom. And that pitch inside and a little high. Easom having to back away. On deck will be number 1, Sadie Hayes. So we're back to the top of the lineup after Easom hits. Westfield scored a run with 2 outs in the last inning. And inside call.
Tried to buy that dodging out of the way of it, but umpire not fooled that time.
1-1 the count. Easom had a good night last night. Came up with a big hit in the first inning for Westfield. That ball grounded foul. She came up with an RBI 2-out hit in the first inning last night to score a couple runs for Westfield. Let's see if she can advance Diem on first base and keep the inning alive here for Westfield. 1-2 the count. And that ball flied to third base and will be caught. Pop up. And just like that, Westfield strands a runner. And we will head to the top of the third inning. Westfield trails 2-1 right here on the Middle Georgia Sports Network.
The Middle Georgia Sports Network is excited to bring to you another year of live prep sports action. Whether it's on the gridiron, the diamond, or the hardwood, MGSN has you covered. For the past 7 years, we have been there for region championships, state championships, and everything in between. We look forward to another 7 years of coverage, as you can always count on the Middle Georgia Sports Network.
On the field, a successful outcome is the ultimate goal for every team. At Houston Healthcare, our team of healthcare professionals is also dedicated to providing successful outcomes to the patients we serve each and every day. From Houston Medical Center, Perry Hospital, or one of our 3 med stops to the sidelines and locker rooms of our high school athletes, our team is focused on providing quality healthcare that leads to successful outcomes for the patients we serve. Houston Healthcare, advanced medical care closer to home.
Welcome back to the Hornet's Nest as Westfield taking on the Lady Cavaliers of Mount DeSales And right now, the Lady Cavs on top of the Lady Hornets 2-1 here in the top of the third inning. And we'll roll to the top of the lineup. Henderson Hurdle will lead things off for the Lady Cavs, and a swing and a miss to start things off.
Yeah, out on her front foot on that one. Just didn't get anything. Not the best looking swing.
Honestly, Sydney hasn't pitched a bad inning so far. She got
she really hasn't.
bit unlucky there in the first to give up the 2 runs that she did. And that is right down Broadway. Maybe a little outside, but as we mentioned during the break, he's got kind of a wide strike zone, which take advantage. Paint those corners.
Yep.
Paint it like Picasso. Just don't cut your ear off. Is that Picasso? That was Van Gogh, right?
Yes. Yeah, that was Van Gogh that did that.
Whatever. I stuck with the painting theme.
Dear Lord. All right.
Don't
Yeah,
make
Brett,
me-
what's your degree in?
Actually, history. And my master's in logistics and supply chain management, so go figure.
Good for you, man. Good for you.
0-2 the count, and that pitch is lined to right field. Corley plays it on a hop, gets it in, but a nice solid hit by Hurdle. She just kind of took that ball where it was pitched.
Yeah, served it right into right field, and it dropped in front of Diem.
So runner on first base, and nobody out. Up to bat will be Stewart. Sawyer Stewart got a big hit the last time up. Good pitch there. Sawyer Stewart, similar to Emmy Diem, not a very big strike zone. And the benefit of a high call right there is Sydney Langdon. So 0-1 the count.
We call those types of people vertically challenged, Brett.
I'm
one of them. I'm one of them.
That ball is popped up to Sydney, and that'll be out number 1. Good job of fielding her position by the pitcher. And runner still on first base, 1 out.
Yeah, way to be aware.
Yeah, great job. The 3-hole hitter walking to the plate. That will be Sarah Hatcher.
1 out, 1 on.
Hatcher, that's a name at Mount DeSales, isn't it? I think Keith Hatcher is their head football coach. 1-0 the count. Chris Hatcher, coach at Samford and former VSU Harlan Hill award winner back in the 90s. That ball flied back to the back stop. 1-1 the count. Chris Hatcher was the one-time coach at Georgia Southern. I liked Chris when he was there. Did a good job, but just hard to run an air raid style offense at Georgia Southern. As that one's flied up in the air, and Sadie has a beat on it and puts her away. So Hatcher will be the second out in the inning, still a runner on first base, but Sydney working well in this inning, pitching to contact.
Yeah, gotten 2 pop-ups right there on the infield, 2 easy outs, and 1 more to get.
So Jordan Partain, number 99 at the plate. This is the meat of the Cavalier lineup right now. Swing and a miss, and I tell you what, she's going right at the letters.
Yeah, she is. She's throwing those strikes and getting swings and misses so far. Like we said, her velocity is really her strongest part.
And that is another high foul strike right there. That one fouled back into the fence behind her. I was going to say net, but
she throws that ball in there so fast that you can't really catch up to it. You kind of have to look. You kind of have to react to it coming out of her hands.
So 0-2 the count. Chance to get out of the inning here with a runner on first base. And that pitch high, just not enticing enough to chase. 1-2 the count.
Now it's just about level with her head there.
I'm sure that Marina and Brooke Corley appreciate the sun coming right on them in the outfield. And that one's grounded to third base. Avery Adams fills her position, and not a very healthy trot there. Did she pull something or just frustrated? But nonetheless, Westfield is able to strand that runner at first base, picks up the third out, and we'll go to the bottom of the third inning. Westfield trails 2-1. You're watching Lady Hornets softball right here on the Middle Georgia Sports Network.
I'm involved in a lot of extracurricular activities. I play football, baseball, basketball, and I run track.
I love the contact sport. I love the ability to get my feelings and aggression out throughout the hard day or hard week out at practice.
I was a part of the Westfield wrestling team when I was a freshman, and that's also the year when I played soccer. So it was been fun, and I'm going to play soccer again in my senior year, and hopefully I will probably be the captain of the soccer team.
I enjoy just spending time with my teammates and getting to just rep the green and gold like everyone else has in the past.
On Thursdays, we get to go out and with the football team, and we get our chaplain out there, and he does a great job. And I think on a Thursday that's great to do because it's a day before the game, and you get to think about God and just choices in life, and that's kind of what the game of football is like.
Welcome back to the Middle Georgia Sports Network down here in Perry, Georgia today, watching the Westfield Hornets and the Lady Cavaliers of Mount DeSales. Right now, Westfield trails the Mount DeSales Lady Cavs 2-1. Coming up to the plate will be number 1, Sadie Hayes for Westfield. On deck, Ellie Williams. In the hole will be Marina Knowles, and then I don't know what you call the fourth spot. In the hole is what I used to call it. Will be the second baseman, Emma Williams.
In the dugout still.
All right. So bottom of the third inning, a close contest, and Sadie Hayes up for Westfield. And that's a good pitch right there.
Yeah, Westfield rolling back to the top of this lineup. They struggled the first time up. Only Ellie was able to get on, and Emma had to hit a rip double to get her home.
So 0-1 the count, and that ball slapped. Great play by the third baseman because that thing was scorched.
Yeah, and Sadie's frustrated. She knows she hit that thing right hard and got unlucky.
Yeah, there's not a whole lot you can do right there. You did what you wanted to. Sometimes you just got to tip that helmet to the other team because they made a great play.
Number 22, Ellie Williams.
So Ellie at the plate, and that pitch high. Westfield's all-time leading home run leader. I just said leader like 4 times. Career home run leader, Ellie Williams. That's a better way to say it.
There you go.
Leads in career home runs leader. 1-1 the count. We'll see if she can put a charge into one. She did last night.
Yeah, she could tie this thing up pretty easily for her.
She did a roof shot last night all the way up there to that second cloud. And that one off the end of the bat, going to get out of play on the top of the dugout. 1-2 the count now. Westfield not really squaring the ball up other than Emma's double in the first inning. They've had trouble really putting a charge. I tell you what, Sadie hit the ball right on the button, but not a whole lot you can do with that one.
Yep.
1-2 the count. That ball grounded to third and out. Great arm over there by Hurdle.
Yeah, Hurdle's made a couple of plays tonight that, you know, we mostly think of routine, but she makes them look really easy.
She's got a good arm. It's the reason why she's playing shortstop.
Yep.
So the outfielder, number 21, Marina Knowles, coming up to bat. And most of the outfielders take a step back when Ellie comes up. They took another step back when Marina came up. That pitch in there for a strike. Like I said, Westfield just not squaring the ball up right now. Power part of their lineup has really struggled to get the bat on the ball. That pitch outside, 1-1. 2 outs in the inning, nobody on, and Knowles, the 3-hole hitter, even in the count, 1-1. And again, that ball popped up, out of play, and 1-2 just like that. Somebody said that ball went on the baseball field. I don't know. We may be waiting for a softball. Oh, no. They're ready to go.
Yeah, it was kind of weird. A little bit of a delay, but we're back.
That ball grounded and gets through the second baseman into the outfield, and just like that, Westfield has a runner on first.
Yeah, 2 out. And, that one got away from her. They tried to snap back throw, but it got away, and Marina's going to take second.
Just why?
Way to be aware. Well, she did wander off, and they might have had a play if they had completed the throw, but
got 2 outs in the inning, and Westfield has a runner on first, and you want to snap throw behind her. And now you've just put a runner in scoring position with Emma Williams coming up.
Yeah, Emma, who came about 2 feet shy of a home run a few minutes ago.
And they take another step back, does the outfield. That pitch high and inside lifts Emma out of her crouch.
You're not going to play really close to the dirt as an outfielder against Westfield.
I just don't think that that's a smart play. Throwing behind a runner is not smart unless you get them, but then you throw behind.
It's stupid until it works.
Then you throw behind, you let the runner get to second, and now you got a runner in scoring position with one of the best hitters in Westfield's lineup up. And that ball, again, popped up. There's something about NetView, and she is right now finding a way to keep Westfield hitters off balance enough to not get solid contact. Westfield strands a runner at second, and we'll head to the top of the 4th inning. Still 2-1. Westfield trails right here on the Middle Georgia Sports Network.
The Middle Georgia Sports Network is excited to bring to you another year of live prep sports action. Whether it's on the gridiron, the diamond, or the hardwood, MGSN has you covered. For the past 7 years, we have been there for region championships, state championships, and everything in between. We look forward to another 7 years of coverage, as you can always count on the Middle Georgia Sports Network.
On the field, a successful outcome is the ultimate goal for every team. At Houston Healthcare, our team of healthcare professionals is also dedicated to providing successful outcomes to the patients we serve each and every day. From Houston Medical Center, Perry Hospital, or one of our 3 med stops to the sidelines and locker rooms of our high school athletes, our team is focused on providing quality healthcare that leads to successful outcomes for the patients we serve. Houston Healthcare, advanced medical care closer to home.
And welcome back into the Hornets' Nest. Westfield still trails 2-1 to Mount DeSales. The Lady Hornets have done pretty well defensively since the first inning, but the Bats, other than one big hit, have not been able to do a whole lot in this contest. You can tell Marina, who's right in front of us, is frustrated. They don't need to let their frustrations at the plate funnel over into the play in the field. Pitch
yeah,
right.
Westfield's good at doing that. They have always played pretty good defense regardless of the score.
Whew. That must have been an extra 6 inches outside, because that one looked good, but yeah.
I think Ellie just had to go out there and reach for it.
That pitch low. Just trying to take a little bit off it right there. So 2-1 the count. Lady Hornets trail 2-1. I didn't even give you the hitter. Let me look. Make sure I'm. Did they announce the hitter? Is that swing and a miss? 2-2 the count. Great pitch right there. I believe this is Chloe Netview, the pitcher. And that one's fouled back. Just misses the press box area. If you hit Coach Ship Champion, I think you get like a hamburger or something for free.
Yeah, you get at least this free Snickers bar.
Something. Nah. I'm kidding. We love Chip. He's the man.
He's been good to us.
Ooh.
She had
3-2 the count. That must have finished low because it was
she
a
had
really
to,
good
she
pitch.
had to reach down and grab that one out of the dirt.
No, I'm just saying that was a good pitch. It was pretty. That was one you're expecting them to chase. So full count here. And that one fouled off over the dugout of Mount DeSales over there in Chip Champion Land. If he's doing the admission into the contest, 3-2 still the count. Top 4. The Lady Cavs on top 2-1 over the Lady Hornets of Westfield. Oh, that ball got away from her.
Yep.
And there is a leadoff walk for Mount DeSales to start this inning. They got a runner on first base. And I cannot see who that is. Is it 20? Hartley.
Number 20.
Yep.
Hartley Nerva.
He's calling her Nerva, but I think it's Nepview, unless there's some weird pronunciation.
It's Veau, right?
Yeah.
View. That's Va. Or Vo, depending on who you ask.
Nepva.
He said Nerva. So
I know, but it's a
P or an R?
It's a P. Nepva?
I think that's Nepvo.
Nepvo? Okay. We'll go with that.
E-A-U-X, that's O.
I'm not a French-speaking person.
I'm not either, but I watch enough LSU football.
That's Guillot.
Thibodeau. Despero. If you ever read that book as a child, I had to.
Ooh, that ball line. Yeah. Good play by Marina. Tell you what, she put a charge on that ball.
She did. That ball was lively off of her bat.
So runners on first and second base. And coming up to the plate will be the 7th in the lineup, number 10, McKenna Smith, the second baseman. I tell you what, Nepvo really lined that up. Let's see, somebody may be typing into our account on how to comment. They're not. I was going to see if somebody was maybe correcting me on our...
I was about to say, if you're a Mount DeSales fan checking in, please tell us.
No, don't. Don't type anything. Comments on YouTube channels get out of control quickly. That bunt is high.
Yeah, it fouled off. Only in state championship games, though.
They can get way out of control. I love the interaction, but then it's like, all right, we have gotten past the point of constructive criticism.
Brett can't take some mean words.
That one popped straight up. Ooh, almost caught by Ellie Williams.
Ellie almost made a great play on that.
Fully extended out. Without that gear, she probably makes the play. It's hard to get a spring out of those pads. That extra oomph you need kind of gets taken away by those shock absorbers you got on. So 0-2 the count to Smith. And a swing and a miss got her to chase. So 1 out in the inning, 2 on first and second. And a big out right there from Sydney Langdon. Number 15, Emma Carter, now at the plate. She's a designated player.
Number 15, Emma Carter.
And she goes high again, trying to get her to chase. And she doesn't this time. 1-0 the count. And that is bounced up. And a great play by Avery Adams.
Yeah, Avery making that sliding catch in foul territory, and that's 2 away.
That may be the play of the game so far. What a good job of sliding in there, making the catch, protecting herself from the concrete wall over there, the cinder block wall. Yeah, there's nothing fun about sliding towards a wall. I'm just saying. That is not appetizing in the least.
Isabel Blackwell.
So 2 out, Isabel Blackwell, the 9-hole hitter up. 2 on for Mount DeSales. That pitch is right down Broadway, 0-1. So that sometimes you see defense spill over into offense. Hopefully Avery's great play defensively can help this Lady Hornet offensive lineup get into things. Swing and a miss right there by Blackwell. Quickly 0-2 in the count. Brant Daughtry on camera. I'd like to thank him for taking care of business.
I do what I can, boss.
Joe Allen, the Nat swatter out here. That pitch is inside. 1-2. He does such a great job of taking care of the Nats and ankles. Taping wrists. Making sure He puts players back together again when they get hurt. All in a day's work. 1-2 the count. Swing and a miss. Strikeout, and that will be strike 3 for the Lady Cavs. And Westfield is able to get out of the inning. Mount DeSales strands 2. And we will go to the bottom of the 4th inning. Westfield still trails 2-1 right here on the Middle Georgia Sports Network.
I'm involved in a lot of extracurricular activities. I play football, baseball, basketball, and I run track.
I love the contact sport. I love the ability to get my feelings and aggression out throughout the hard day or hard week out at practice.
I was a part of the Westfield wrestling team when I was a freshman, and that's also the year when I played soccer. So it was been fun, and I'm going to play soccer again in my senior year, and hopefully I will probably be the captain of the soccer team.
I enjoy just spending time with my teammates and getting to just rep the green and gold like everyone else has in the past.
On Thursdays, we get to go out and with the football team, and we get our chaplain out there, and he does a great job. And I think on a Thursday that's great to do because it's a day before the game, and you get to think about God and just choices in life, and that's kind of what the game of football is like.
And we lost Joe. The girls called him back in the dugout. Must have somebody who needs to be looked at. So
yeah, just a little bit of a thing. Probably didn't see anything major over there.
2-1 the count. 2-1. 2-1 the score. Goodness gracious. Got this little bit of a sniffles going on, and apparently my brain is sniffling as well, or sputtering. So leading off the inning will be number 3, Sydney Langdon, the pitcher. On deck, Carly Knowles. In the hole will be Emmy Diem, I believe, for Westfield.
Yeah, Westfield just needs base runners right now. They need solid contact and base runners. You're not looking to try and hit the ball 400 feet right now. You're just trying to get on base and scratch a run across.
That inside pitch is a ball. So 1-0.
I think that one was low.
Hopefully whatever Joe's having to take the bag over there for is okay. Maybe Avery scraped her leg or something sliding in.
Oh, yeah, I might have.
And that pitch fouled off behind the plate, out of play.
Something you don't really think about, especially if you've never played the sport. Sliding on that gravel does not feel good.
Right.
Or on that dirt, excuse me.
And
it can cut you up pretty good.
It looks a little dry right now. I mean, there hasn't been a whole lot of rain in the area the last few days, so shouldn't be soggy at all, so it's probably not fun to slide on, as that one's popped out behind the plate again and out of play. So 1-2 the count. 2 fouls. And that one right there was straight up, so Sydney fortunate to still be in the at-bat. And that pitch is high and away. 2-2 the count. See if the Hornets can get a big hit out of their sophomore pitcher. 2-2 the count. That is skied to shortstop. That ball settles back, and Hurdle
has made a couple of plays
corrals
today.
that.
Number 5 in gray is a pretty good ball player. I think she had a pretty solid hit a minute ago, too.
So quickly 1 out, and now at the plate will be number 14, Carly Knowles.
For the Hornets, number 14, Carly Knowles.
That pitch is a ball to start things off to Knowles. 1-0 the count. Emmy Diem on deck, and Brooke Corley will be in the hole. 1 out in the bottom of the 4th inning, and Westfield trails 2-1. Wow, that was a beneficial call. 1-1.
He's giving that inside strike every time. He is at least consistent with it, and I feel like as a ball player and a coach, that's what you ask for.
1-1 the count. That pitch is low and inside, so 2-1. See if Carly Knowles can get a big hit for Westfield. And that one popped up to the same spot, well, a little bit closer to third base. Hurdle makes the catch, and just like that, 2 outs for Westfield.
Yeah, Westfield just can't catch up to it.
They're just not making contact.
Yeah,
right
not
now.
making solid contact, not being able to square it up. Only 1 hit so far that's had any real charge in it, and that was Emma Williams in the bottom of the first. Excuse me.
So up to the plate will be number 8, Brooke Corley. That pitch high and inside, but called a strike. 0-1. No, excuse me, that's Emmy Diem, not Brooke Corley. I apologize. Sorry, Emmy. That pitch is high, 1-1 to count. Not many walks from Netvo today. Is that how we're saying her name, Netvo?
Yeah, Veaux is,
Yep.
oh, typically.
Netvo. Just making sure. I don't want to butcher anybody's name. So 1-1. That pitch is high. 2-1. I feel like Emmy Diem drew the walk the last time she was up. That pitch inside, so 3-1, just like that. Brooke Corley on deck. You'll have the shortstop, Lindsey Easom, in the hole, and then roll back over to the top of the lineup. Westfield needs to string together a few hits. And there's a strike, 3-2.
Tried to jump out of the way and fool the umpire, but it caught that inside corner. So Emmy stares down a full count.
And that pitch way inside and high. She kind of knelt with it as well. So runner on first base now for Westfield. Lady Hornets trying to get something across. You got Brooke Corley, the right fielder, up with, not sure who you have on deck. If that may be Fowler, or I can't tell. And there's a strike. 0-1 the count. So 0-1, and that pitch inside and low, 1-1. So Joe has rejoined us. His absence did not prove beneficial for Westfield, so he trotted on back out here. And that one scorched out to the outfield. Good piece of hitting by Corley there, and that was probably the second hardest hit ball of the day for Westfield.
Yeah, probably, but it only got DM to second, so
that's okay. Station to station, try to get back to the top of the lineup.
For sure.
And looks like you have a new batter here in this spot in the lineup. Number 11, Kendall Fowler. Fowler played well last night against Bethlehem Christian. Let's see if she can get a key hit here in this contest and move a runner up or score one. Swing and a miss from Fowler.
Big cut.
She was on that one. She just missed. Coach Camp's got some really good-looking athletes coming up, youngsters. And there's strike 2, 0-2. Getting the benefit of that late break into the strike zone. So right here, 0-2, Fowler with the opportunity to help her team out. And it hits her.
Hit her.
And that'll help their team out.
Way to stand there and wear it.
Right. So now you roll over to the top of the lineup. Sadie Hayes on with the bases loaded, 2 outs. And I tell you what, that is a miscue right there. That is just mental mistake hitting Fowler. You're up in the count 0-2, and you put her on base. That inside pitch just got away from her. Now Sadie Hayes, the leadoff spot up.
Yeah. And Fowler will have a bruise to show off tomorrow.
That pitch high, and now if you're Netvo, you got to come to. You got to pitch strikes or you tie the game. Let's see if Sadie can get a pitch to drive here. And that was a good pitch right there, 1-1 the count.
Base is full of Hornets, but 2 out. Infield creeping in.
And that one out to the center fielder, lined out, but she catches it. And just like that, Westfield is retired. They strand all 3 runners on base. And we will go to the top of the 5th inning. Westfield still trails 2-1 right here on the Middle Georgia Sports Network.
On the field, a successful outcome is the ultimate goal for every team. At Houston Healthcare, our team of healthcare professionals is also dedicated to providing successful outcomes to the patients we serve each and every day. From Houston Medical Center, Perry Hospital, or one of our 3 med stops to the sidelines and locker rooms of our high school athletes, our team is focused on providing quality healthcare that leads to successful outcomes for the patients we serve. Houston Healthcare, advanced medical care closer to home.
I use ice cream as kind of for medicinal purposes, you know. It just puts me in a good mood.
This would be so good for dinner.
Very crispy, spicy.
A little tang.
A crunch.
El crunch.
There's a lot of bacon on this thing. It's just oozing.
Delicious.
I just want dessert.
Give me some.
Very indulgent.
Now, this is delicious.
Shaky goodness.
And the nice crunch.
Oh, that's dangerous.
What about the tots? Tots are everything.
And welcome back inside the Hornets' nest. And right now, the Lady Cavs of Mount DeSales trying to play spoilers on a perfect season for Westfield. In the top of the 5th inning, the Lady Cavs lead the Lady Hornets 2-1. So we will see. Sydney Langdon has pitched great since the first inning. Really pitched good in the first inning, to be honest. But she did give up 2 runs, and right now it has been enough for the Lady Cavs. We'll see if that holds true in the last 3 innings here. So Henderson Hurdle will be up, the shortstop, who has played outstanding in the field and at the plate. So Langdon fires, and that ball is fouled over the dugout and will be strike 1. So how about the Bravos clinching it last night, baby?
Won the East when the magic number was 3 at the beginning of the game. Not really sure how that works, but
I think
they said they won the East, so I'm happy with it.
Yeah, I think because the Phillies lost, and then
the Phillies lost both games of a doubleheader,
and then the Marlins got put out of contention because of losing head-to-head, I guess. 1-1 the count.
Fair enough.
So somehow all of that math added up to the Braves clinching last night.
Works for me.
And that one's grounded. Not sure why going with the bunt there. She's hit the ball very well, but right back to Langdon.
That was an interesting decision and not a very good bunt.
She got a good pitch to bunt, but just didn't execute it real well. Hit it right back to Langdon. So
bunting for hits is really cool, but you can't bunt it straight back to the pitcher.
Sawyer Stewart up at the plate here for the Lady Cavs.
Top of the 5th inning. This game moving merrily along so far.
That ball scorched the outfield, but Marina Knowles cruises underneath it. And we got Andrew Jones out here in center field. Makes it look easy.
Yeah, we were talking about it earlier. Marina, just a fluid athlete.
They need to get her on the basketball court.
She's tall enough.
Is she? She would have to be just ridiculously uncoordinated for basketball not to be good at it because she's way too good of an athlete. Joe's saying, yes, she's good. So hopefully she'll play because she's a good-looking athlete.
Yeah, we'll be able to watch that later this year, hopefully.
I can't imagine anything that she does from an athletic standpoint has anything but coordination with it because she is smooth in the softball field. 2-0 the count. And that one popped up. Looks like Sadie's camped up underneath it, and the first baseman will make the play, and just like that, a quick half inning from Westfield. 3 up, 3 down. We head to the bottom of the 5th inning. Westfield coming to bat, and we'll see if they can tie things up right here on the Middle Georgia Sports Network.
Westfield is a challenging environment.
It's a Christian school, it's a Christian environment.
And it provides students with great opportunities.
Definitely all the teachers, they prepare you for college, they help you with some like problems that they'll give you like some real life experiences that will help you with college.
Every teacher that I have in any of my classes is always telling us that they're here after school. They're always willing to answer any questions we might have.
Westfield is a harder school, but it challenges you and it gets you ready for college.
And I think Westfield gave me such a great Christian environment that I can actually have the freedom to express my faith.
Westfield provides a lot of great opportunities for students to learn and for students to grow and for students to learn more about themselves.
And welcome back inside the nest. Westfield trails 2-1. Got the top of the lineup up. Well, the 2-hole up, so basically the top of the lineup. Ellie Williams will be.
Say it's Ellie.
Yeah.
Ellie's batting.
Ellie will be at the plate. And on deck will be Marina Knowles, the center fielder. Then the second baseman, number, oh goodness gracious, 31, Emma Williams, I think.
Emma is the next one, yeah.
So
Emma is not batting right now.
no, Ellie is.
Correct.
Ellie, Marina, Emma, Sydney. So we'll see that, honestly, this lineup at the top part has not done a whole lot today other than the big double from Emma Williams in the first inning.
And this outfield looks like they're playing her to pull.
Oh, yeah. So Ellie up for her third time. And that ball popped. And we'll get out of here.
Gone.
Tying the game.
Way gone.
A good piece of hitting. First pitch.
Wow.
Home run. And just like that, things are tied up.
Ellie Williams, Westfield's all-time home run leader.
Her 26th career. 26th career. I know she hit, 15? No. When that was maybe when she was younger. I don't know. But
she's hit a lot of them.
Yeah, home runs in back-to-back games here. Now Marina Knowles, the center fielder, up. That's huge for Westfield.
Yep, ties the game up. I was about to say we were locked in a pitcher's duel.
I think the left fielder had a beat on that, but she just couldn't hop up.
I was about to say that one landed over there in the woods. There was no getting that.
That pitch is outside.
Looking at it right now.
On your phone?
No. Right.
Oh, where the ball is? Yeah.
Yeah.
These, whatever these all are, crepe myrtles, dogwoods, whatever they are. Crepe myrtles, yeah.
I'm the wrong person to ask.
Want to know the count? Ooh. Man, I tell you what. That is all over the place. That was pretty outside. Okay. Brant does not like you to talk about umpires.
Here's I have a much bigger strike zone than you do.
Apparently.
You just don't like officials of any kind. It doesn't matter what the sport is. You just don't like officials.
That may be a true statement.
Maybe.
I like the Vogue box. Give me the Vogue box. If you're outside that Vogue box, it's not a strike. 3-1.
The Vogue box.
No,
I know what you're talking about. I'm just
saying that little box on TV,
they
ruined me for umpires when they put that box on the TV. Because if it's outside of that box, I'm like, you're terrible.
Yeah.
3-1, and maybe that home run rattled Nepvu. Yeah. All right, so we had an official weigh-in on the name pronunciation, and Joe looked it up, and apparently the spelling is French for nephew. Is that what you said? According to Google. So we have to throw that disclaimer out.
Well, so it's an actual word. That doesn't mean that's how it's actually spelled, though, or pronounced.
Well, that's true. I guess
her last
the
name.
family could say, this is how we say it.
Yeah.
Want to know. But unfortunately, I don't have the benefit of having someone telling me how it's pronounced, so I apologize again if I am murdering that name, butchering that name. And that one lined, and that will drop right in front of the right fielder. Ball bobbled, and Marina, Coach Camp saying, hey, look at me, because that could have been easily runners on first and third, no outs. Got Sydney Langdon coming to the plate. Instead, it's runners on first and second, no out. And Westfield has tied the game 2-2.
Yeah, Ellie's in scoring position every time she comes to the plate.
So Sydney Langdon up with runners on first and second, nobody out. And that pitch low. And it's almost makes you think, is Netvu losing a little bit of steam here in this bottom of the fifth, because she doesn't have the same command that she had there in the first few innings.
It'll be a boon for Westfield if that's true.
Boon. That's a good use of that word.
Thank you.
1-1 the count.
Checked her swing, but it was a called strike.
Yeah, I think that was a strike no matter what.
Yeah.
So runners on first and second, 1-1 the count, 2-2 your score. And that ball fouled back towards the parking lot. I don't think it made contact. Although I do see a red truck over there. Did it hit the windshield? Please, please. Canyon?
My truck is behind us.
I know.
Dang. It's also a Colorado, not a Canyon.
Colorado, dang.
Canyon's the GMC model.
Gotcha.
Of the same exact truck.
Right. I actually like those. They're pretty sporty.
Both made by General Motors.
1-2, the count. That pitch inside at the kneecap. We call that the... Never mind, I'm not going to say that. I thought better of it.
Smart. Glad you did.
2-2 the count.
Oh. Now that one goes foul.
Foul and too high. Oh, no, she's going to make the catch. Nope. Looked like the left fielder had a bead on it, but it just went foul right over the Farm Bureau sign over there. Coach Weatherington going to do a little soccer kick there. I guess you can't get coronavirus with your feet.
Not through the shoes.
Tried to get that ball to break across the plate, but a little high and outside. Nothing like seasonal allergies for me.
Oh, boy.
Spring and fall. And just like that, bases are loaded.
Yes, they are.
And as I said, Netvu seems like she has hit a wall and going to get a visit right here from Mount DeSales coach. Where's that? I think, Joe, you might know her name. Is it Smith? Coach Smith? But anyway, he's going to have a visit. And doesn't look like they're going to make any changes, are they? Just going to talk about it. They don't have any.
I was about to say they may not have another pitcher.
No, they definitely have another pitcher. I saw her warming up, and I think it's a first baseman. 99 maybe. But not going to make a change.
Now hitting for the Lady Hornets, number 14, Carly Knowles.
So big hit the last time for Knowles. No, that wasn't Knowles. Never mind. That was Corley. So that ball is in there. Nobody out. Bases are loaded with Carly Knowles up. And the bottom of the lineup could help Sydney Langdon out tremendously here if they could put a couple runs on the board. And that ball grounded between, and base hit, get to the outfield, bobbled by the left fielder. And 2 runs are going to score. Great piece of hitting right there by Carly Knowles. And just like that, Westfield is on top 4-2-2 with a big hit by Carly Knowles through the 5-6 hole over there. And runners still on first and second with nobody out.
Yeah, just placed it right in that hole and didn't hit it very hard, but just placed it well.
Emmy Diem now up, number 18. With Brooke Corley on deck. Inside there to Diem, and that'll be 1-0 the count. Great piece of hitting right there by Knowles. Diem flashes the bunt, but pulls it back, and the ball finishes low. 2-0 the count. I tell you what, the third baseman and the first baseman, you got to have some bravery and courage to charge in on bunts.
Yeah, to be that close. And
that one fouled off. Tell you what, she had a good pitch to hit right there.
She did. And these Westfield base runners are getting pretty far off the bag, too.
Well, they're coming in because they think there's possibly a bunt. There's nobody to cover. Because those are having to cover first the corners. The second and shortstop are having to cover the corners. So you're never going to throw Knowles out running from first to second if a ball gets past somebody. And that ball popped up out of play close to the baseball dugout on the home side over there. The Marvelous One needs to stretch out that towel and make a catch. He couldn't have planted himself in a worse spot with that sun beating down on him back there. Of course, good thing it's only 77 degrees outside. Skied that one back to him. Is he going to make the catch? No, too far. That's onto the baseball field. Coach Camp going to be mad about that. He'll have to go over there and rake that up afterwards. You know, him and Coach Fitzpatrick like to keep things pristine. Of course, Coach Fitz could probably do that. He hadn't had a whole lot to do the last couple weeks, I'm assuming, with the football restrictions. That ball fouled out of play. Still 2-2 the count. That goes off the batting cages down there, the left field line. It's getting a little windy and cool here right now. The sun came out today, made it a little bit warmer. A lot of people saying this is the fake fall for the South, that we may get another warm spell.
Yeah, that's what I've heard too.
Still runners on first and second. Westfield takes the lead in this inning. Nobody out, and full count now to Diem. 3-2 the count. On deck, Brooke Corley, the right fielder. And Kendall Fowler, who got hit the last inning and loaded the bases for Westfield, is in the hole. And that ball popped up down the left field line, and a play made by the left fielder in foul territory for out number 1.
Yeah, tried to put a charge into that one, but it just got underneath it and popped it straight up.
Yeah,
or not straight up, but
probably should have left that one alone. That may have been ball 4. It's a little high, but sometimes those are too enticing. So Corley had a big hit her last at bat. Let's see if Corley can duplicate that effort. That pitch high. Still got 2 runners on, 1 out. Runners on first and second. Netvu not out of the doghouse, so to speak, yet. Not sure who we got on
only
deck.
1 out.
Is that Lindsey Easom on deck? Swing and a miss. So Easom's going to re-enter the lineup to hit on our own behalf. 1-1 the count there. I like what Coach Camp did. Put Fowler in there, maybe try to shrink the strike zone a little bit and get a runner on last inning. It worked.
Yeah, about to say, ended up paying off.
2-1 the count here to Corley. Corley's one of those that it doesn't often come to mind, but she has had some big hits in her career. I know last year in the state championship game, she had a few big hits. Pitch inside, but gets the call. 2-2. The top of the lineup and those big thumpers at the top get all the accolades, but Brooke Corley has been just steady in the outfield and at the plate. 2-2 the count. And she skies one out to the second baseman and will not advance anybody. She camps up underneath it and gets the second out. And now, with 2 outs, 2 on, Lindsey Easom at the plate. Netvu has done a good job of settling things back down after the big bases-loaded hit from Carly Knowles. So Lindsey Easom at the plate with 2 on, 2 out. That pitch high. Want to know the count. I think Coach Camp makes up number combinations just to yell out.
Just to give the defense something to think about.
0-22. 0-22. And that one skied down the left field line. Hit sharply, but pulled into the
that one was
bullpen down there.
Yeah. Well foul.
That's in the baseball bullpen. It's 1-1 the count. Looks like Netvu is kind of laboring so far in this inning. She's working a little slower than she has been. Swing and a miss, good pitch. Kind of took off a little bit on that one. Easom out in front. And that one popped up behind the plate, and that will be out there close to the baseball field. So Easom has another opportunity. 1-2 the count. Hornets up 4-2. Runners on first and second base. Brant Daughtry, Brett Taylor bringing you the action live right here on the Middle Georgia Sports Network. Big matchup between Mount DeSales and the Lady Hornets of Westfield. And the Hornets have trailed most of the day, but just took their first lead. And that one's grounded to shortstop. Throw to third. Interesting decision, but gets the third out.
That's so much easier than throwing the first there. Really way to be aware by the shortstop.
So good job of the shortstop getting the lead runner there, and Westfield will strand 2, but they will pick up 3 runs in that inning, and they lead 4-2 as we head to the top of the 6th on the Middle Georgia Sports Network.
I'm involved in a lot of extracurricular activities. I play football, baseball, basketball, and I run track.
I love the contact sport. I love the ability to get my feelings and aggression out throughout the hard day or hard week out at practice.
I was a part of the Westfield wrestling team when I was a freshman, and that's also the year when I played soccer. So it was been fun, and I'm going to play soccer again in my senior year, and hopefully I will probably be the captain of the soccer team.
I enjoy just spending time with my teammates and getting to just rep the green and gold like everyone else has in the past.
On Thursdays, we get to go out and with the football team, and we get our chaplain out there, and he does a great job. And I think on a Thursday that's great to do because it's a day before the game, and you get to think about God and just choices in life, and that's kind of what the game of football is like.
Welcome back into the Hornets' Nest. Westfield on top, 4-2. They picked up 3 runs there in the bottom of the 5th inning. And Jordan Partain for the Lady Cavs up to start this top of the 6th inning. Sydney Langdon fires, and strike 1 to Partain.
Yeah, got a good low strike in there. Langdon had some time off to kind of rest her arm and a long bottom of that last inning.
Woo. She's got a little giddy up on that one.
Mm-hmm.
So quickly 0-2 to Partain. Partain is the 4-hole hitter here. That pitch is low. She is the first baseman. Got the middle of the lineup coming up with Chloe and Hartley Netvu. Guess is what we're going to go with now, not Netview or Netvo. And there's strike 3. Great pitch. That thing just broke right across the inside corner of the plate, and quickly 1 out. So up to bat will be number 91, Chloe Netvu, who has pitched a whale of a ball game in her own right, but unfortunate for her, gave up 3 runs in the bottom half of the 5th inning.
Yeah, we talked about it in between innings with how good of a pitching battle this was, and then Netbu just kind of lost steam in that last inning.
Right. So 1-0 after the inside ball on pitch number 1 in this at bat. 4-2, your score. That pitch is in there. In there like Brett's swimwear. Never mind. 1-1 the count.
I'm not going to say what I want to say.
Please don't. I just had to think of something to rhyme with it, and I couldn't. It just was a bad decision. 2-1 the count. Tell you what, we're shaded perfectly. It might even get a little chilly out here for us.
Well, you're underneath the tent, so.
We are kind of partially. And that one popped up. Will go for a hit. Fisted out to center field, and Marina Knowles throws it in. Runner on first base.
Yeah, right in between shortstop, second baseman, and outfielder.
So
no man's triangle there.
Hartley Netbu will be up now with McKenna Smith on deck. Center fielder trying to get a runner in scoring position here for Mount DeSales. They've got 5 outs to play with, trailing by 2. I do not see the marvelous one. He may be getting another camera angle, or he may have to head back for, I don't know. He's already missed the 5 o'clock news. He may be getting back for the 7 o'clock or something. That one fouled back. Seen a lot of pitches fouled straight back today.
Yeah, we have.
0-1 the count. No, he's there. I see him now. I couldn't see him earlier. Maybe he stepped down off the steps. He was probably signing autographs. That's true. He did play football at Georgia Southern, so he's pretty big deal.
He's directly in the camera view. You can see him there. Outside corner. Potential spam call.
Yeah, it doesn't get much better than Marvin James on TV.
Yeah,
doing
honestly.
the sports.
He loves it, doesn't he? He loves it. He's fun to watch.
I'm sure he's loving it even more now. A great pitch. Just dropped in there off speed and fooled her. So 2 outs with 1 on. But, yeah, I'm sure he's loving it right now because he was probably jonesing for some sports while in COVID.
Oh, yeah.
Quarantine. So 2 outs, 1 on. McKenna Smith up for the Lady Cavs. And that one fouled over to the Lady Cavs dugout. 0-1 the count.
I don't trust it.
Brant, you kind of jinxed us. It was cruising along, and now it's slowed down.
Well, we're still top of the 6th inning and only an hour and a half into at least the recording that I started.
So Mount DeSales down to their last 4 outs. Trailing 4-2. They have a runner on first. And that one fouled back again, 1-2 the count. Emma with a great pitching outing last night. I believe no-hit perfect game last night.
I was about to say, I think it was a perfect game.
Either no-hit perfect game. I know that we had an error, but for her, I guess she didn't do anything wrong. But and now Sydney has pitched great here tonight again. And that caught Ellie right on the inside of the thigh. Joe may need to go help her out. And Joe's sprinting.
There he goes. He's jogging off, and Ellie's up and walking around at least.
Well, you could see one of the youngsters take Marina's spot and let Marina get back there and catch this last out, but looks like Ellie's going to try to fight it off. Joe, man, tell you what, he's quickly got around.
Joe's a little bit more spry than you and I.
He's got a little bit more pep in his step than me. And you. Together. 1-2 the count. Westfield on top 4-2. Hopefully Ellie is okay. She took one right on the inside thigh there. Foul ball straight inside. Umpire is like, I feel your pain. That's a special bond between umpire and catcher.
Yeah.
You have to be nice to one another. It's not mandated, but basically it is.
It's one of the many unwritten rules of baseball and softball.
Oh, she wanted to offer that.
Yep. Bat came off her shoulder, but she didn't go around.
And she started getting that what do you call it? What do you call that thing? The end of the knob. The knob of the bat. She started getting that knob of the bat moving forward. You could see it. So McKenna Smith, 2-2 the count. And way out in front. Great pitch. Westfield's going to strand a Lady Cav at first base and head to the bottom of the 6th inning. On top 4-2, you're watching Lady Hornet softball on the Middle Georgia Sports Network.
At Westfield, we have different clubs that you can be in. You can choose between like a variety of clubs. There's like culinary arts, there's Key Club, there's Green Team, there's Tri High Y. I'm currently involved in theatrical productions at Westfield. I'm involved with the school's One Act and several plays like Prayer Club and Tri High Y and Key Club, and I also dance. For Christmas, we decorated Christmas trees and we decorated door decorations for the nursing homes here in Perry. And we have also, I've gone and cleaned up some of the parks around Perry. Community service is definitely valued at Westfield.
Welcome back into the Hornets' Nest. Lady Hornets on top 4-2 here in the bottom of the 6th inning over the Lady Cavs of Mount DeSales. And going to have a pitching change here. Number 99, that will be Jordan Partain, comes in to relieve number 91, Chloe Nepvu. And we will see where Chloe ends up. Looks like she may end up over at first base. Looks like she is. Partain and her just going to swap positions. And everything else, I think, stays the same. You got number 1, Sadie Hayes, up to start this bottom of the 6th inning. And then it'll be Mount DeSales' last shot there in the top of the 7th.
Yeah, if all goes well, this will be Westfield's last 3 outs that they have to give.
Right. So 4-2 your score. Sadie Hayes up with just starting the bottom of the 6th inning. Partain got a little bit of juice on her fastball as well. 0-1 the count. Partain, I saw her during warm-up. She's got some giddy-up. And that one, Ellie. The ball likes Ellie today. Poor Ellie, she can't get away. She can't get away from the ball.
I tell you, we've had Ellie on here a couple of times. She's got a lot of personality.
Oh yeah,
she's fun to watch, fun to be around.
That pitch is high. 1-2 the count. Yeah, a few games back when we broadcast, Ellie had one of those games where by the 5th inning, Coach Camp just put her out in center field. She got beat up so much. That one skied to the third baseman and a basket catch over the shoulder.
Oh, was it really? I did not get that on camera.
Great catch right there by the third baseman and quickly 1 out in the inning. Ellie with 1 out and nobody on, up to the plate. She had the big hit in the contest to tie the game, a home run to left field, left center, and that pitch is strike 1.
Yeah, she absolutely put a charge into that last pitch she saw.
Yeah, that was
kind of broke this game open for Westfield.
Yeah, that led the inning off in the 5th, and she 1 pitch, 1 run for her, and she put a charge in 1 and tied the game up, and then Westfield was able to tack on 2 more and take the lead. So right now, Lady Hornets want to add some insurance runs on. Good pitch right there. 1-2 the count.
Gave the outside corner again.
So got to protect the plate here if you're Ellie Williams. That pitch is high and away. So that pitch way outside, so forces it full, does Ellie. 3-2 the count. Payoff pitch up.
Has Ellie gotten out this game? I know she had the walk.
I think
she had the home
popped
run.
up one. And that's flied out to the center fielder will camp under that, make the catch. And quickly 2 outs. Partain doing a good job coming in and pitching in contact and getting some outs. And Marina Knowles, the center fielder, will be up here. This Westfield lineup hasn't been as potent today, but they face good pitching. So
yeah, this is probably the toughest test they've had so far this year. And they've responded well. 4-2 lead here in the bottom of the 6th.
They haven't hit the ball well, but as you said, when they've needed to, they've gotten what they needed. And right now they're in a position to win the ball game. 4-2 your score. Marina Knowles up with 2 outs in the bottom of the 6th inning. Ooh.
Barely got a piece of that.
1-1 the count. So 1-1 the count to Marina Knowles. That pitch must have finished low, 2-1.
Yeah, it looked low and inside from my angle at least.
So 2-1 the count. And that one squibbed down to first base. They call it foul.
Yeah, it must have been riding the line.
So 2-2 the count. Partain has pitched well. He's got a little giddy up on her fastball, and Westfield has not really squared it up. Emma popped up. Sadie wasn't able to do a whole lot with hers either. That one, just up underneath that one, was Marina on that foul ball. So 2-2 still. Be sure to check out the action Saturday at 2 o'clock. Westfield takes on John Millage here from the Nest.
That hit her.
That pitch
going
hit her.
by. Catcher ended up with it, but ended up behind her, and I guess it caught her on the way by.
So that's an odd occurrence there, but Marina will take it. So that brings up Emma Williams with 2 outs and a runner on. And that pitch is outside. You got to think that Partain wants to be careful here with Emma Williams up, but she doesn't have a whole lot of, time to breathe there if she walks her. She's got Sydney Langdon up next with a big stick. 1-1 the count. No rest for the weary in this Westfield lineup. Even though they haven't been hitting great, any of them, as Ellie showed you last inning, can take one out of the park at any time.
Yep. There's not a small stick in this lineup.
You saw the big hit from Carly Knowles last inning. Ball smoked through that 5 hole over there. That ball inside, and 3-1 the count. And this is probably going to be the best pitch that Emma's going to see, the hole at bat here. If it's there, I think you give her the green light, see if she can't make this a 6-2 ball game. And she grounds one back to the shortstop. Shortstop comes up with it, throws low, but a great scoop play by the first baseman over there. And just like that, Westfield is retired. Strands a runner on first base, and we'll go to the top of the 7th inning with 3 outs to get. Westfield is on top 4-2. You're watching Lady Hornet softball right here on the Middle Georgia Sports Network.
At Westfield, we have different. I'm currently involved in theatrical productions at Westfield. I'm involved with the school's One Act and several plays like Prayer Club, and Chahawa, and Key Club, and I also dance.
For Christmas, we decorated Christmas trees and we decorated door decorations for the nursing homes here in Perry. And we have also, I've gone and cleaned up some of the parks around Perry. Community service is definitely valued at Westfield.
Welcome back into the Hornets Nest. Westfield on top 4-2 over the Lady Cavs of Mount DeSales. And top 7, 3 outs to get here for Sydney Langdon and her Lady Hornet troops. Swarm, Nest, whatever you want to call them. And Squad. We'll call them Squad. Leading off things here, I think that's Blackwell. Excuse me, Peyton Barfield, number 4. That is, she's batting for herself. So that's a ball to start things off. So Blackwell not gonna bat for her. Isabel Blackwell. Peyton Barfield gonna bat for herself. Maybe that's the right. I don't know. That pitch
At
low.
any rate,
2-0.
Barfield.
Well, let me look. No, Emma Carter. She's batting in Emma Carter's spot.
Oh, we're having a timeout here from Coach Camp.
Who was the designated player. Coach Camp going to take a timeout real quick. Holy cow, this ball's been beat to.
Oh, wow.
Yep.
Yeah, torn up a little bit.
Looks like Brett Taylor hit it.
With what, a lawnmower?
No. Yeah. That's a good point. That's pretty good, Brent. It's quick thinking on your part. Probably just came in to calm her down. Sydney, a little psyched out to start this inning. That pitch high. So Barfield trying to get a runner on and do some damage here to get Mount DeSales back into this contest. They're down 2, 3 outs in the top of the 7th. That pitch right down Broadway, 3-1 with the ball strike call from the umpire.
Right down 75?
Because it sounds like ball. I'm with Joe.
Yeah, he makes kind of a ha noise, and it does sound like he's saying ball. This is Mount DeSales ball.
3-2 now. Good pitch.
It says MDS, and it has the GHSA logo faded off of it.
Cool. A9011 GHSA. So payoff pitch. And that one lined down the right field line. That looked like it was going to stick up in the tree.
Yep, ended up right in the tree, and 2 kids underneath there being very responsible, not touching it. Doing the smart thing.
He kicked it.
He did kick it.
So another payoff pitch here. 3-2 the count. Top 7, nobody on, nobody out. And that pitch low and ball 4. Not how you wanted to start the 7th inning if you're Westfield.
No, but you've given up walks so far a couple of times in this game and gotten out of it with no damage. You got a 2-run lead. Just get 3 outs and let's go home.
So number 55, Isabel Blackwell, will be up, I believe, unless they made a change to the batting lineup. Then you're looking to roll to the top of the lineup with Henderson Hurdle. So Lily Leatherwood will enter into that spot to bat. Pinch hit. Runner on first base, nobody out. 4-2 your score. Westfield leads. And a bunt. Avery Adams fields her position nicely. Runner gets down to second. But that runner really doesn't mean a whole lot. The outs mean more right now than that run does.
Oh, for sure.
So good job right there all the way around. Good bunt. Got the runner over. Now Henderson Hurdle to the plate with 1 out, a runner on second base. And MDS still trails by 2.
Hurdle's had herself a heck of a game. She's a really good player.
And that will not happen all season long. That thing landed right on top of the little fence cap. That's crazy. I'm thoroughly impressed with that. 0-1 the count on the foul ball.
Have to get pretty lucky to pull that off, even unintentionally.
To hit squarely on top of that thing?
Mm-hmm. And ride it for a little bit.
Swing and a miss.
Didn't quite work.
No, didn't sell that one. Strike down the middle of the plate, though. 0-2 the count. Trying to get the unsuspecting runner at second base.
Yep.
You know Coach Camp always has something up his sleeve.
Yeah, he likes to pull that one in baseball, too.
It's easier, I think, to pull it in baseball than it is because you can you can do pickoff moves in baseball. Softball, you can't really.
Tough to get a pickoff in softball.
1-2 the count. Trying to go off speed. Doesn't find the zone. 2-2. Joe's destroying this softball next to me.
It was destroyed already.
Something smells good. That pitch is low. 3-2 the count now. Gone full in both. Well, excuse me. No, she didn't because the last one bunted. But 2 full counts to 2 batters in this inning. 1 out. Runner on second. And a ground ball to second. That'll take care of Hurdle. And 2 outs in the inning. Runner moves over to third. But as I mentioned, that runner means little to nothing if you get the out. So the 2-hole hitter, Stewart, up, number 3. Westfield on the verge of yet another victory here and over a very worthy opponent in Mount DeSales. But
yeah, probably the toughest challenge they faced so far this year.
Stewart has something to say about that as that's popped up and will be foul. 0-1 the count.
Sorry for the shaky camera work, folks. I'm doing my best here.
No, you're good. You're also playing with softballs. Why?
Well, I'm also trying to call a game.
I know. I'm just messing with you, man. All right. So here's the thing, Joe. If they hit one out here, we're going to throw this ball out there and then confuse the whole thing. No.
Just land it right at the base of the fence.
So, just low. 1-1 the count now. Stewart has a runner on third base, chance to drive in a run, but it does mean something in the comeback for Mount DeSales, but if Westfield can get an out, that third run means nothing. That one lined and will be fouled, barely. 1-2 the count, so down to her last strike and to Mount DeSales' last strike. 4-2 in this matchup right now. Runner on third base and 1-2 the count. Sydney Langdon pitching. Sawyer Stewart at the plate for Mount DeSales. And we will see who wins this battle. It's been a great game so far. Very well played. And that's grounded to third. Gets through the wickets. And a run will score. And just like that.
Yeah, right underneath the glove of Adams.
You now have the tying run on first base. That ball got right past her. She was on it, too. I don't know what happened. It's like she didn't.
It was just a little too hot for her, I think.
It's like she didn't play down to the ball. It just kind of got up under her glove. So Sarah Hatcher up for Mount DeSales. That one fouled off. I tell you what, they are not waiting for a strike. They are swinging.
Oh, yeah.
I'm going to throw Brant over the fence if he breaks my truck thing.
You couldn't pick me up.
That's true. 0-1 the count to Hatcher. That one's flied out to the outfield. And good play right there by Carly Knowles in left field. And just like that, Westfield is victorious here tonight. A great ball game between these two. We'll quickly go into the Westfield Booster Club postgame show. And you got to think that Brant, player of the game for Westfield, I would say, is got to be a combination of Sydney Langdon and in the circle and Ellie Williams with the big home run that kind of was a catalyst for Westfield coming back in this contest.
Yeah, absolutely. She hit the big home run to tie the game up, and that led to the big inning for Westfield. And so a great win here today. Westfield moves to 20-0 on the year.
Absolutely. A very worthy opponent. Westfield gets the victory over Mount DeSales. And we'll thank our sponsors really quick, the ABE Group, Synovus Securities, Houston Healthcare, the Westfield School, the Westfield Booster Club, and Sonic Drive-In. So, again, Westfield's victorious here tonight. Be sure to join us on Saturday at 2 o'clock. Westfield takes on region foe John Millage in a region contest here from the Nest. Westfield moves to 20-0 on the season, trying to go for 4 in a row state championships. And I'd like to thank Brant Daughtry, myself, Brett Taylor, for bringing you this action. And thank you for Westfield School for helping us out to bring all this coverage, and our sponsors. We're going to say so long here from the Hornets' Nest. Westfield's victorious 4-3 over the Lady Cavaliers of Mount DeSales. You've been watching Lady Hornets softball right here on the Middle Georgia Sports Network.